Hello and welcome to Zpandem with Divyasri K Bagrodia. I'm extremely honored to have Mr. Kris Gopalakrishnan here today. He is the co-founder and former executive vice chairman of Infosys. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 2011 and is currently the chairman of Axelar Ventures. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Divyasri, for having me, and I look forward to our interactions.
So, as we all have been reading, this pandemic has increased the velocity of digitalization and it's changing education. People have been working from home. So, how do you see this evolving in the future?
Yes, clearly, the transition to digitization has accelerated. What could have taken probably another 3 to 5 years happened in maybe 3 months. And we see this trend continuing going forward. But we have also seen that this has exposed disparities in society. If you are a white collar worker, you can work from home. Blue collar workers could not. If you don't have PC or some kind of user device at home and internet at home, you can't participate in online classes.
Right.
So it has actually shown that there are challenges which we need to address.
Right. So what do you think will happen for universities?
See, things will go on. We have to kind of rethink how education happens, how we will participate in the future in classes, etc. It will be a mix of online and classroom education. Even in classrooms, there will be a lot more online content introduced. And I think we will go to a different pedagogy for delivering classes in the future. For example, classroom will be mostly for teamwork. All the knowledge transition or learning will happen, offline by using online material, etc.
So what do you think about the future of work with working from home?
Some companies are going to allow more and more people to work from home. See, services can be delivered from home, whereas factory work, daily labor like construction, etc., can't be done from home. So only some work can be delivered from home, and that also, everything will not move to work from home. There is still a lot of benefit in going to the office, the social interactions that happen, the informal discussions that happen around what is called the coffee place and things like that. So there is some transition, but not 100%.
Right. So there has been so much written about artificial intelligence and how it will change industries and jobs. So with the new wave of digitalization, how do you think that will play out?
First of all, the new wave of digitalization, if you take it to the extreme, will mean that we will have processors, intelligence built into everything, and everything will be connected. And that's the world we're going to. Today we have mobile phones, but tomorrow we will have Internet of Things like watches that you wear, digital watches that you wear, and the clocks and the speakers and everything that you can think of will be connected. Now, this throws up huge amount of data, and that's the reason why we need AI and ML. That's the tool to analyze this data, huge amount of data, and make sense out of that. And that's why this is a very important technology, and this will have impact on every industry, because every industry uses data.
So that is actually a lot to think about. And do you have any advice for the future entrepreneurs?
Well, I strongly believe that the next 30 years are going to be even better than the last 30 years. I
Wow.
started my entrepreneurial journey when the personal computer was introduced in 1981.
Oh, wow.
And, we have seen how the world has changed in the last 40 years. But the next 30 years or next 40 years are going to be even um, better in terms of the number of changes that will happen, number of transformations that will happen, the number of people who will participate in this. And I feel
Right.
that, your generation, the Gen Z,
Yes.
will have to drive this and will benefit from this. You have to drive it, and then you will see the benefit.
Right. So do you think there are any new skills that our generation should explore? Any new attitudes, habits post this pandemic?
Well, you have to be tech savvy. You have to also understand the new technologies like AI, ML. Just like programming got taught widely, I strongly feel that AI and ML needs to be taught even in schools and colleges
Right.
for all disciplines. The skills that are very important are ability to communicate, the ability to work in teams, the ability to empathize with people. It's more about influencing than command and control. You need to get people to deliver based on your influence on them. Because in the future, it's possible that all people may not report to you,
Right.
but they will actually have to work together to deliver something. So influencing becomes very important. Sales and marketing skills become very important. So these are skills which are quite relevant in the future.
So what do you think about mental health and mental strength of our generation, Gen Z?
I feel every new generation that comes is far better and better prepared than the previous generation, because they actually are standing on the shoulders of the previous generation. They
Yes,
get the learnings from the previous generation, so they're better off. Now, mental health is a challenge, especially in India, because we don't consider this as a problem. We try to hide it. I think the more we
absolutely.
talk about it, the more we look at it as something that needs to be addressed and solved. It's a problem that can be solved. Then I think we will start addressing these problems. It is something that we need to address. The
So
pressures in life are only increasing, and so
certainly,
we will see mental health problems.
certainly. So I think we have been very lucky to learn from the experiences of all the generations before us. So thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights with us. Thank you so much. So do you have any words for this initiative for Zpandem?
Clearly, this is something that uh, you need to take it forward. Get this message across. Not just me. Different walks of people from different walks of life, including your own friends. Actually,
Yes, sir.
they will have words of wisdom and things like that. So take it forward. This is a good way to get messages, get people to engage, etc.
Right. So
Sure.
thank you so much for your
Good
advice,
luck.
sir.
Good luck
Okay,
to
sir.
you.
Thank you for all your blessings, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir.
Thanks. All the best.
Thank you, sir.